Hey everyone, welcome to our July Teen Impact Training. Today we are going to be talking about fetal development. So pregnancy is broken down by 3 trimesters, and we're going to discuss each trimester by month. The first trimester will span from conception to 12 weeks. This is generally the first 3 months of pregnancy. During this trimester, your baby will change from small grouping of cells to a fetus that is starting to have baby's features. In the first month, it's going to be week 1 to 4. As the fertilized egg grows, a watertight sac forms around it, gradually filling with fluid. This is called an amniotic sac, and it helps cushion the growing embryo. The placenta also develops. The placenta is a round, flat organ that transfers nutrients from the mother to the baby. A primitive face will start to take form with large, dark circles for eyes, the mouth, lower jaw, and throat are developing. Blood cells are also taking shape, and circulation will begin. The tiny heart tube will beat 65 times a minute at the end of the 4th week. At this point, at the end of week 4, your baby is about 1/4 inch long, smaller than a grain of rice. In weeks 5 to 8, the facial features continue to develop. Each ear begins as a little fold of skin at the side of the head. Tiny buds that eventually grow into arms and legs are also forming. Fingers, toes, and eyes form as well. The neural tube, brain, spinal cord, and other neural tissues, and the central nervous system are formed as well now. The digestive tract and sensory organs begin to develop as well. Bone starts to replace the cartilage. After the 8th week, your baby is called a fetus instead of an embryo, which means little one. By the end of the 2nd month, the baby is about 1 inch long and weighs 1/30th of an ounce. In weeks 9 through 12, arms, hands, fingers, feet, and toes are fully formed. The baby is starting to explore a bit by doing things like opening and closing its fists and mouth. Fingernails, toenails are also beginning to develop, and the external ears are fully formed. The beginnings of teeth are forming under gums, and the baby's reproductive organs also develop. But the baby's gender is difficult to distinguish in the ultrasound. By the end of the 3rd month, the baby is fully formed. All organs and limbs are present and will continue to develop in order to become functional. The baby's circulatory and urinary systems are also working, and the liver produces bile. At the end of the 3rd month, your baby is 4 inches long and weighs about 1 ounce. Since the first trimester is the baby's most crucial development, the chance of miscarriage decreases considerably less after the first 3 months. The 2nd trimester is considered the middle of the pregnancy and is often thought of as the best part of the experience. By this time, any morning sickness is probably gone and the discomfort of early pregnancy has faded. The baby will start to develop more facial features during this time. Movement is also felt as it flips and turns in the uterus. During the trimester, many people find out the gender of the baby. In weeks 13 through 16, the baby's heartbeat may now be audible through an instrument called the Doppler. The fingers and toes are well defined. Eyelids, eyebrows, eyelashes, nails, and hair are formed. Teeth and bones become more dense. The baby can even suck his or her thumb, yawn, stretch, and make faces. The nervous system is starting to function. The reproductive organs are now fully developed. By the end of the 4th month, the baby is about 6 inches long and weighs 4 ounces. In weeks 7 through 20, the baby begins to fully move around. It's developing muscles and exercising them. Skin is covered with a whitish coating. This cheesy substance is thought to protect your baby's skin from the long exposure in the amniotic fluid. This coating is shed just before birth. By the end of the 5th month, the baby is about 10 inches long and weighs about 1/2 pound. Weeks 21 through 24, skin is a reddish color, and wrinkles and veins are visible through the baby's translucent skin. Baby's finger and toe prints are also visible, and this stage, eyelids begin to part and the eyes open. It also responds to sounds by moving or increasing the pulse. By the end of the 6th month, the baby is about 12 inches long and weighs 2 pounds. By the weeks 25 through 28, the baby will continue to mature and develop reserves of body fat. The baby's hearing is fully developed. It changes position frequently and responds to stimuli including sound, pain, and light. The amniotic fluid begins to diminish. The 3rd trimester is the final part of the pregnancy. The baby will continue to mature and reserve body fat. It is now kicking more, and the brain is developing rapidly at this time. It can fully see and hear, and most internal systems are well developed, but the lungs may still be immature. At this point, the baby is about 18 inches long and weighs 5 pounds. In the final months of pregnancy, the baby's reflexes are coordinated so he or she can blink, close eyes, turn head, grasp firmly, and respond to all sounds, light, and touch. In weeks 37 through 40, labor could happen at any time. The baby moves much less due to the lack of space, and ideally the baby's head is pointed down toward the uterus. At this point, the baby is 18 to 20 inches long and weighs about 7 pounds. This concludes our training on fetal development, and we'll see you next month for our next training.